Okay, here. I just got a little message off a friend of mine who happened to be in Mikey Smith's live that he just finished doing. And he says I don't do any observations. Everything I have is fake, and I don't go out and do the work. He says that all I do is just sit and go. But Mikey Smith, since you like impressions so much, let me show you yours. Hey, the Earth is flat. Water, space is a cartoon. You don't know what you're talking about. Telescopes are real. They don't work. Nobody's talking to me. I'm gonna go. Yeah, eh? The Earth is flat, eh? What are you doing, eh? Alright, Mikey, since you don't think I do any observations and don't do any work because you haven't bothered to look at my playlist of all the astrophotography I've done, see if you're watching this. Since you like to watch my channel and you don't think I have any personality, but you're too scared to come onto my live streams and actually chat with me. So, hey, Mikey, I've challenged you before and I'll challenge you again. This is what you use for astrophotography. You say not doing any observations, but yet the stars up there, a little bit cloudy. Let's see what we can get. Yeah, I'm out here doing observations, buddy. Something you're not doing. You ran away from your telescope. You gave it back because you were too scared. I was out that night doing observations where you were sitting there packing your brand new telescope back up you never even tried to use. So, unlike you, I'm going to do an observation right this second. You drive around in your Subaru Legacy, pretend like you're doing something, but actually everybody's just laughing at you. Guess what I'm doing? Right. Now you're welcome to come on my live anytime you like. But I know you won't. I know you're scared. You see, I don't use a mobile phone, a cell phone, to do astrophotography. Just so you know, this is what I use. I use an actual planetary camera. I use actual planetary observational software. And I use a telescope. Our device is actually made for doing celestial observations. So let's check and see if we can find the star here, right? Too much. Alright, so just waiting for the this thing here. Sorry, my cell phone holder ain't holding the cell phone. So we're just doing some just waiting here for the clouds to clear a bit so I can actually get some stars. Hopefully my mount actually holds. This cell phone holder ain't holding very well tonight. Right, let's see if we can get this here. Let's turn the exposure up. I'm connected, right? Yeah. There's just a few clouds up there. Like just a band of clouds is passing over, and it should get it should get clearer again. So we will see here. I see a few people watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the like button if you like this stuff. Comment if you want to comment. I will try to keep an eye on the comments. I'm going to try to see a star in here. So. I'd like to start at the moon tonight, but the moon's not quite risen yet. I don't see it. So a couple of nights ago, it was quite low on the horizon. So it came up between two houses. And I think it was up later too. So we will see here. Oh, everybody's left. Well. How's it going? It's just waiting for the cloud cover to take off here, so I can get some astrophotography here. Yeah, it's just been waiting game. I came out here, everything was clear, and then a few clouds rolled in. Unfortunately, you see he's taking his own sweet ass time to get over here, so Yeah, we'll get something tonight though. It might take a little bit though, but we would definitely get something. Waiting for it to clear. Since I've been accused of not doing any work, you should look at some observations that I actually have done. So this is Arcturus. So we get this come up. So a star looks like when you actually use real optics and observations. And we're going to look at Alnath, which is another star. There's an observation. This is Alnath. So you see I'm not doing any pictures or anything of stars. I guess what? You'd have all the observations of stars. This is Alnath. I was observed through my Astromaster 130. And what else do I have? Apparently I don't do the observations. Let's see what else we have. We have Mars. Got lots of Mars. This is what Mars looks like before process. This is after processing. So observation through a 133 millimeter newtonian reflector. It's not even coming up as well as it should in this. I have to check out my videos when you can actually see it because it's not showing up on the mobile phone very well. This way I don't use mobile phones for astrophotography. Right. I might have to call it tonight for the astrophotography. The weather ain't playing games. There's Mars again. It's another Mars. It's not even showing up on my phone very well, is it? Yeah, make it really big. I have videos of all these, by the way, on my channel. I have an astrophotography playlist. That's not very good, that one. Right, so that's there's Mars there. Old observation. I have lots and lots of Mars, to be honest. Mars was an easy one once you got it. There's Mars again. I don't know if it's showing up very well on my phone camera as well as it is on the screen, but I have a playlist which I show all these. You can see them on my YouTube playlist, an astrophotography one. Yeah. So flat earthers claim I'm not going out and doing the work and proving stuff. They say these are lights in the sky, but I can legit see the cloud patterns, the southern and depending on the other south and north pole of Mars. I can see the different all different land features and stuff on it, topography and stuff. And I'm only using 130 millimeter telescope. I don't know, I got a big band of cloud that decided to come in. What is clear out here? Damn. We're going to have the moon or anything come up tonight. So there's another one of the moon, of Mars. And that was from February 23rd. Here is Jupiter. Sort of showing up if I do that. It kind of allows the ring bands of Jupiter stuff like that to be seen. So that's Jupiter that I took back in March. So once again, that's a picture of Jupiter that I took back in March. Now in March, see, Jupiter 13th. 13th of March I took this, 2025. So I remember when. Just waiting for these clouds to clear off. Now that there is the moons of Jupiter. And because it's so dim, you have to overexpose Jupiter to be able to see the moons. You can't see them both at the same time. Because to see Jupiter, it's quite overexposed to see the moons. And if you want to see Jupiter, you can't see the moon. Sorry, something caught in my throat. If you want to see Jupiter, the moons aren't bright enough to see. So to see Jupiter's moons, you have to overexpose Jupiter to see the moons. So these are two of Jupiter's moons. The others are either too far out, because some are quite far out, or they may be behind Jupiter. They do change, which is why we know that the orbit, you can actually see them move. You can watch Jupiter rotate if you do long enough exposure video. And you have a tracking mount, which hopefully I will be getting one soon, and then we will try and see if I can get that this year. And then see here, this is the same night, so literally those moons are here and here, but you can't see them because I'm exposing for Jupiter, which means I'm bringing my exposure down. So while I can see Jupiter in that one there, if I want to see the moons, then Jupiter's moons come through like that, but Jupiter's overexposed. I have a few observations of Jupiter's moons at different places. Depends on which night you take them. As soon as you can see, I've seen up to 4 at the same time. This is Mars again. This is from the that's not a very good Mars one. So yeah, we got there we go. Got Mars here. That one didn't come through so well. Sometimes we get too much atmospheric disturbances. So some days you got good observations, and some days, some nights not so good. I do have the moon though. This is from where did I get the moon then? I think I had problems with some of my exposures. Yeah. To reprocess those ones. So here we have the moon come through. Yeah, so it's the moon there. This is pre-processed. I haven't done anything with this one yet. That's where a blue ghost had landed. Does it come through alright? Yeah, so there's the moon again. This is before I've actually cleaned it up more. I can get these a lot sharper, clean this up more once I've kind of gone through the process it a bit. I usually just stack it and clean up some of these where it's kind of fuzzy and stuff like that. I was hoping to get so here's this moon once again. This is from using a 133mm Newtonian telescope. This is pre-processed, so this is just a stacked image before I ran it through Astrophotography software, just to kind of clean it up and bring out some of the features and stuff. Still 100% real pictures, nothing like. Is this one an observation of the moon? So some of my different pictures there. Yeah. Right. Well, these are ones that I haven't gone through yet, so. And I got Polaris. So this is a star Polaris. Confirmed with astrophotography software using stellarium, pointing straight at Polaris. Not a very bright star. So go to April, Arcturus. The stars are kind of like, okay, so that's Arcturus. And we'll have Arcturus is again, yep. So yeah, people, we definitely, I'm not here doing the work. Something that apparently Mikey Smith tonight said I am not doing the work, But 100% am doing the work. I don't just sit at my desk and talk. I do my live stream sometimes, chatting with people and showing evidence and going over videos, but this is more fun. I do this on the side as well. I'm out here doing astrophotography. I'm also going out to the coast, out to the beach, and showing sunsets, impossible on a flat Earth. Showing boats going over the curvature of the Earth, impossible on a flat Earth. Showing wind turbines that disappear bottom up, each one going further away, dropping down over the curvature of the Earth. But yet, then it's not down to perspective, because the small little the vanes and stuff on it, the turbine fins, whatever you want to call them, you can still see those. And yet the bottom, the biggest part, seems to be disappearing first. Here is the moon. These things here are processed. And I think some of these are in my video, which is Ballad to the Moon. I put little songs with it to show the observations. But these are all ones I've done. These are all observations and stuff and pictures I have took myself with my own telescope and my own planetary camera. None of these are from any other agency, no space agency, nobody else. This is me. I know that I was there. I took this picture with my own telescope from my own front yard. Unfortunately, no moon tonight even. I don't think these clouds are going to bugger off tonight. I think we're going to just have to stick with this. So, yeah, apparently, Mr. Mikey Smith says I'm not doing the work. But I can step out here anytime I like and I can do the work. The only thing is I'm actually using the proper equipment. So, Mikey Smith, if you're watching these, which I think it sounds like you do watch my streams, get this kind of observation with your little binoculars and your cell phone mount. I want to see this kind of detail, right? I want to see detail like that of the moon. I can get it with my telescope. I can get it with that telescope and that camera in that telescope from that location. Now, show me yours. I'm standing here, out here, doing this. I guess I'm not seeing, don't see the firmament. I don't see any of your little multicolored stars because you have lots of chromatic aberration. I am showing real observations done with proper equipment. And I'm not even all that good. Astro Biscuit, Astronomy Live, other guys have much better equipment, been doing it a lot longer. They're better than I am. I'll admit that. Where I can have this looks really good right now, but their stuff is probably phenomenal. I'm not going to say that I still have a lot to learn. But you know what? I still know a lot more than Mikey Smith. So, or Sam from Flat Earth Reconnaissance. There's no chips in my telescope. The only chip is maybe in my is the photosensitive chip that's in my my camera, because it's a digital camera, just like the one that's in his thing. So, once again, these are all observations I have took myself with my own camera, own telescope, in my own front yard. And just because I don't go on the street corner yelling shell to random people means nothing. Mikey thinks you have to be out there shouting at people and in their face and making people angry and driving around and putting 300,000 kilometers on your car. I don't need to do that. I can prove that the Earth is not flat just from my front living room and my front yard. But it's that easy to disprove the flat Earth and show evidence of the spherical nature of Earth. This here, the only way you can have those shadows like that is if this, see how that light's hitting there, but it's not in there? The only way that can happen is because the Earth, because the moon is a sphere. See how that's all in shadow there, but yet that's lit up there? Because the moon's a sphere. See how this is lit up here? Why is it that here's a terminator line going along here, yet that's lit up, but that's in dark? That's lit up, but that's in dark. That's in dark, but that's still lit up there, but it's past the terminator line. Look, even that there. These ones back here, on the tips, shows the spherical nature of the moon. The moon's a sphere, Earth's a sphere. Flat Earth needs to get on, needs to realize this. Mikey, I'm not here doing the work. What are you doing? Oh yeah, you're driving around going to Tim Hortons, getting your blood sugars up high. I only say stuff about this because I actually care about Mikey, and I've seen a family member die from complications of diabetes. But if Mikey wants to lose his feet, I'm not going to stop him. Yep. Tonight, Mikey Smith actually, I got a little call out by Mikey Smith on his live stream. So we'll be addressing that a little bit tomorrow on mine. Here's some more. So anytime Mikey Smith wants to come on my live, and we can talk about the observations that I have and what I'm actually doing, he's more than welcome to come. But I know he won't. He's running and hiding from me. I don't blame him to run and hide. It's scary when somebody challenges your worldview and has evidence against it. I don't think I've done these ones yet. Look at that. Let's see, want to play. I can't process this one. I have to delete them and take up the room. Right, folks. Well, I've been out here hoping to get some astrophotography. It's my thing. But as you can see, folks, here, let me just go over to the light. Hold on here. Sorry the darkness here, but it is nighttime. Well, folks, there you have it there. I don't think I'm going to get any kind of astrophotography tonight. I was only doing a quick impromptu live stream here. I got a message off of a friend of mine, runs the channel Motormind. Very good, close friend of mine. And who was in Mikey's chat on his live stream. And Mikey started kind of calling me out and saying I'm not doing anything and that I have no personality. I got tons of personality. I just don't have a personality in which I decided to go to universities to start shouting at children and telling them that Santa isn't real, or telling them that education isn't worthwhile when they're doing actual real world things and trying to get some sort of career or stuff out of them, instead of being some deadbeat has-been gear jockey who traveled back and forth a little bit and then got diabetes that bad and has now left it uncontrolled. He can't feel his feet anymore. But hey, that's okay. On his live stream, I think he went for 4 honey crullers and teas, and then got a nice full fat Coke, full sugar Coke, on the way home. So, Mikey, you just keep that up, buddy. If that's what makes you happy, and we already know that your toes and stuff are starting to rot off your feet, so they're not going to amputate just a toe. And by the way, if you lose your big toe, it actually makes it much more difficult to walk because you actually use your big toes for when you come over. But hey, I know you don't want to listen to anything I have to say because I know it hurts your little fifis. But they're not going to take just your toes, but you've already said you have no feeling in your feet. Guess what they're going to do? And you mark my words, you're going to go carry your CK. How did he know this is going to happen? They're going to take probably from your knee down. They're going to take it all. And both of them, and you're going to be wheelchair bound. You're not going to be driving a Subaru anymore. You're not going to be going out and campaigning flat Earth or going out and doing observations, because you're going to be stuck in the house and wheeling around using your arms, unless your arms are getting nice and built up, save your legs. So, take my word, however you want to do it. I suggest you start doing some bicep curls and working your front delts, because you're going to need those when you're doing this. When you're wheeling a wheelchair, you're going to need those muscles, right? So work your shoulders, work your biceps. You're going to need them when you're pulling that. And you might want to use your triceps, because you can go backwards, right? So you need to do that. Work your lats, right? Lots of lat work. Do some rows. You're going to need them, because you're going to be wheeling around that very soon. So don't listen to me. Makes no difference to me, but I am going to call it though here, and I will hopefully should be on tomorrow for my regular live stream of Pseudoscience Sunday. We'll check out some flat earth derp and see what's going on. Unfortunately, the skies aren't working for me tonight, and it doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon. So I think I'm just going to call it here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, people, stay in reality. The Earth is definitely a globe. And don't forget, stay curious. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again.